First one was Scotty today. You shared your portfolio on Discord. So please, if you want to share your Discord for later like reviews, please share them in Discord. The link is down below. And yeah, I start right away with Scotty cheese keys. I think keys, not cheese, keys. Um, and you are living in Australia and you tell that you are a graphic designer by day and a 3D artist by night. So you have some humor and you can do it actually because studios like to have people who have some humor, who fit like into a humorous work environment where like yeah, where you are a little bit more like some kind of free as a humorous like funny person. So you can do it like this. I do not prefer it. I like more like a straightforward communication, but actually you can do it, especially when you already have a job and you are just a hobbyist in 3D or 2D or whatever. Then you can of course do whatever you want. When you guys are watching for a job, I like I prefer a more straightforward communication, so more direct. So the client or the studio gets what it sees. So you see what you get actually. So yeah, Scott Lee is in the chat. Thank you. Welcome you too. And yeah, so you can do it, but I prefer not to do it like this. Okay, so please provide when you are watching for a job. Please provide a photo. I prefer to have a photo here. I already told many things already, like in previous analysis videos. So I will not. I will some kind of speed up. So please watch the other analysis videos of mine. I did already, and yeah, I actually tell a lot about what I prefer to see in portfolios. But let's see if you have an about section, like more stuff under like Instagram. It's totally fine to have like several communication ways of communication with with the studios or with like other um, artists. It's totally fine to have some like, but I would prefer actually a clickable like button like this one. Okay, so it's not necessary to have it like an URL link here in the description. Actually, the summary is about you as a person. So I prefer to have an about summary of you as a person when I hire you, or when I pretend I'm a studio. When I hire you, I want to know who you are actually as a person. Hiring info, like I said, you are maybe already in a studio employed, so I will not tell a lot here about this. Like you are doing not just 3D, but of course graphic design, like you told in your description. So Illustrator and maybe After Effects, you are doing like um, graphical stuff with with these programs. It's totally fine. When you are doing more like 3D, so I prefer a portfolio to focus. Of course, you can show several different like styles, of course, but please focus on 3D when you are doing a 3D like portfolio. So you are maybe not watching for a job, so I will not stick too long here in the about section. Your work, um, I usually do it like this, that I let me choose the right color, that I go through the portfolio like this and read it like a book, okay? And usually I have a look at your um, so I pretend to be a studio and I watch for the weaker and stronger pieces. So I'm like picking, of course, I'm watching for an employee or for a freelancer, and I identify weaker or stronger pieces, and that's why I would actually like go through like a book, and I would identify. I think I would identify this one as the strongest piece, and I think this one I would identify as the weakest one. The other ones are in between somewhere. Okay, so let's have a look. And usually I do it like this. I watch at the weakest one, and I told it already that mostly when I was watching like visiting or like analyzing portfolios for my studios where I was employed in, it was not much, but I was doing it like this. I was watching the weakest first because um, this sets some kind of lowest standard you can do, okay? And like the strongest one is setting like the highest standard you can do, and I watch like the in-betweens later. So this is like the lowest level of quality you can do, you can produce. And I want to see it because when we are talking about like money. Okay, so when you are employed or when you are hired as a freelancer, then I want to see or want to know. Of course, I'm not running a studio, so I'm talking here like hypothetical. Like let me translate, or like I just pretend. Okay, let me translate quickly. So you have uh, Omkar is in the chat. How much time it would take to become a good um, to become a good can get a job. So you mean when you start right now, how much time do you need to become a good artist? I was like a little bit confused. So um, let me translate quickly what I wanted to say, or anyway, forget about it. But like I said, I want to identify like the lowest level and the highest level, and I watch in between. Because when we are talking about money, then I want to see what is the lowest level you can provide, and how much do you take for this. And your question, like how much time do you take? Of course, it can take you 20 years to become really good. Depends, of course, on you, on your own, on yourself. If you are watching, like I already showed a lot of like portfolio reviews, like this one, and I see, unfortunately, that many people um, are not realizing my feedback a lot. So um, either they are not watching or they are waiting for a review of their particular portfolio. But actually, please do not wait. You can change your portfolio right now. So when you watch my other videos, please provide an about section, a photo, like the basic stuff, okay? And identify on your own what is your weakest and like point please do not wait for me because it can take, I don't know, until next year. Maybe you are applying right now for jobs. Please take these feedbacks from others and apply them to your portfolio as well. So, sorry for the confusion, but yeah, like I said, I mean, I mix here, like talking about portfolio and your comment. So it can take you a lot of time, like it can take you 10, 20 years, it can take you 10 years, 5 years, 1 year. I would prefer to study for at least 2 years, between 2 or 3 years. I was studying 3D for 3 years, but I could make it a little bit faster. So I think 2 years were would be fine for me, but I had some like experience before. Okay, I was already doing like pieces like this. I was doing studying like anatomy and this stuff. So um, it took me a little bit less time to translate my 2D knowledge to 3D. So like for me, 2 years would be fine. Many people are like when you are telling that you are starting right now, then it means you have zero experience in anything. That means I would actually prefer you to spend at least 3 years of studying 3D, not just like on the side, full-time studies. Okay, 3 years, and yeah, and then apply for a job, for a like free junior job. Okay, let's have a look here. Why I identify this piece as the weakest piece is actually the face. You are focusing on the face here on the thumbnail, and yeah, you should spend a lot of time with anatomy first when you are doing character design or character creation with like 3D character creation. Um, then please spend a lot of time with the face. The face is at least, I don't know, like 80% of the full character. Mostly you see when you see a part of the character, then it's mostly the face. Maybe upper body for male characters like hero characters or monsters or creatures where you see mostly the full body. So it depends, of course. When you want to create a hero like this one, please focus on the face. Learn the face for at least 1 year. Anatomy, sculpting, drawing, whatever, expressions and this stuff. I have some courses running on Discord. Please visit my Discord or my Patreon, I mean. When you want to join my learning program, there, then you will learn like the basics of anatomy and the stuff, like spending how much time you want you need to spend on this. You will learn it there. But anyway, yeah, like the facial expression is a little bit off. Like the eyes are too small, and the nose is a little bit too bulky. So please spend a lot of time with facial expression or facial creation first, and then expression. Then the shoulders on the character are a little bit too wide. So he is, of course, like um, he looks, of course, like a bodybuilder, but actually, Ken from Street Fighter is not a bodybuilder, even if he is hugely built. But he is actually a fighter. So please watch for for a body type which is fitting like the actual character. And then I would love to see in the portfolio actually your like I told in many other reviews, please watch them and apply them as well to your portfolio. I like to see your um, at least a concept art or your inspiration, which you use uh, for your pieces. Like here, can fashion can like the fashion can. What is your inspiration for this particular piece? So please provide information like context, because I have, as a like studio, I have no idea what is this piece for. Of course, like many people are, oh, you're providing, like, you see what I mean, that usually I do not, usually I do not read this text here, and I do not click here, or like I do not want to click here and to be drawn to another like concept art or another page. I want to stay on your page. That's why please provide your inspiration like in your portfolio. Do not link to another portfolio. This is something I never do. I know there was someone telling me, "Oh, you should like provide a link to the portfolio, like to the portfolio of the other artist." I never do this because I do not want to like the studio or client being drawn to another site to like when you switch between sites and between portfolios as a studio, it's actually annoying. That's why I do not prefer to do it like this. I just like I provide my inspiration like this, and I name the artist below. So please provide your, and I never read these because it's actually a little bit boring to for me personally. I do not read a lot because I'm more like drawn to images. That's why I actually never read these, and I miss a lot of like information here. But I expect the information from a visual um, from a visual portfolio. I expect information like visual information. Okay, so where do you draw your inspiration? What is your like? What do you do here actually? What is this for? Is it for printing? Is it for a game? Is it for animation? I have no idea. That's why please provide information here, like visual information. So next, I can watch like in the in betweens, like this one. And actually, like I said, you are not providing where you are actually going, but the most people are drawn like to the games industry. That's why I pretend I'm a games like a game studio or whatever. That's why I will like judge your work from the standpoint of a game studio. And like I said, you are not providing like low poly. Of course, you cannot. Yeah, of course, you can be in a some kind of like student stage where you do not have a lot of low poly stuff ready. I do not have low poly as well here. Like on these pieces, these are all not low poly. That's why it's totally fine. But please provide information. What do you actually want? Okay. Um, when I see this one, for example, this is actually not game related. Actually, it's not either game related. It's not like movie related. It's not advertisement related. So I would have a hard time to watch your portfolio and to tell like, oh, this artist is like is sending me here his portfolio, and I absolutely know what he wants. Actually, this is not the case. I have no idea what you want to express here. Like, what do you actually want? Um, but technically, I want to tell it's like jiggling like this around, and I'm not sure if this is like by purpose. That's why I would actually create a simple turnaround or like a flip-flop turnaround or turn. But this like jiggling, I have no idea why it's there. Okay, why is it like jiggling like this? From the quality, from the render quality, it's totally fine. I mean, you are providing like contrast and clearness in the material. It's totally fine. But like I said, it doesn't have any context, or it doesn't have any like direction. Is it game related? Is it movie related? Advertisement related? What do you actually want to what do you want to show here? It can be an experimental piece, of course. Please provide this information. This is like an experimental rendering test, whatever. So please provide information about your work, and then I already had a look at your portfolio previously, and I noticed that this piece here is actually like I see you're trying out to render, and I think this one is like a better rendering. It's more like cleaner and more clear, like a clear vision. That's why when you are updating your pieces, then please remove the like previous pieces, like older pieces, because it's like not in your favor actually to when you're updating your renderings to leave the old pieces in your portfolio. It's not in your favor actually. That's why I would remove this piece, even if it's like some kind of interesting with these glowing eyes or whatever. It's not actually fitting the same quality. That's why I would prefer to remove this piece and to keep this one, because it's like it's a clean rendering, and it's totally fine to have renderings like this. I mean, like I said, I'm missing a lot of like context and direction, like what is this for? But when it's just a rendering piece, if it's like a rendering test, you are learning rendering, it's totally fine. And then your like detail shots are fine. I think, like I said, I would like to have some kind of inspirational, like not not exactly like 2D pieces, but like a summary of your references and inspirations. Cetriel and Otaruk, you have cool names. And Strawberry Blender, welcome. Let me read and let me watch this one. You can participate like this. You go down below this video. There is a link to my Discord, and then you can like join the Discord server and post your portfolio in the Discord server. Like there is a portfolio section, and from time to time, when I want just to relax, just to talk or discuss things, um, then I create these little analysis videos. So you can post your portfolio in my Discord. Then, do I only review 3D portfolios? Actually, mostly yes, but if you have something in 2D, I can have a look there. Of course, I'm not an expert for 2D. Like for 2D is dividing in many sections like concept art, illustration, like real art, like you're drawing, like I don't know, landscapes and this stuff. Of course, I can have a look there, and maybe I can provide some information for you as well. So if you are absolutely welcome to share your 2D pieces in my on my Discord as well. And it's not just for 3D, but I am actually a 3D character artist. So this is like my main direction. But of course, I can tell, like, provide some information about 2D as well. So don't hesitate to share your 2D pieces on my Discord. KYS truly triple A. Call it. Yeah, KOS, I'm not sure what this is. Is it a character? But yeah, actually, like I said, Scott is maybe learning right now, and it's totally fine to have a portfolio where you are like just learning. Thank you very much. So here's just learning, and here's I think here's a or Scott, you are I think you are a hobbyist, and of course I'm not sure where you want to go. That's why I cannot give a lot of like feedback or like direction. I do usually like when someone tells, "Oh, I want to go more into printing," I can go. I can provide some information or like direction uh, towards printing, or when someone tells I want to be an animator or going into animation to animation studio, then I can provide information there or direction. Here I'm missing a little bit of context. That's why I can just judge the pieces on their own, like as a like art pieces. Um, that's why, yeah, sure, this is not holding up a some kind of standard, but maybe Scott is not after a specific standard. Maybe he is just trying out and enjoying the the art process, and it's totally fine. I think to just enjoy when it's your hobby. Um, yeah, but of course, for me, it's not easier to give feedback on this. So I need some like information about what is your desired like future. What is how do you see your future in the art community, or where do you want to go actually? So this piece is better than the can. I mean the face. It's more like more harmony in the face. I think it's more well balanced than this stuff. Better details. I would like anatomical. I would watch here on the section between the eyes, like on the like between the eyebrows. It's a little bit dominant here. Of course, I do not have like information about how it looks from the side or whatever. But I think I like this painted piece a bit better than the black and white one. And here I would like create a flip-flop maybe for this character. So yeah, a studio or a I as a reviewer can can have a look, can have a better look on like more details. But anyway, it's a strong piece. I like the braid. I like maybe this piece here could be a bit bigger, because when you are braiding your like this many hair, like she has, then you get actually a bigger like this end piece here on the braid. But overall, it's totally cool. Maybe this flower could be a bit bigger, because it's actually a rose, and roses are big like this. Okay, so maybe she could have this big rose here, like bigger, like this. Um, could could be actually cool, and maybe you could pick not blue for this flower, but like a contrasting color to purple, because like blue is not contrasting to purple a lot. That's why it's a little bit unbalanced here in the color. Color theory is very important for art in general. Mhm. You're welcome. And like I said, later, maybe in some weeks, I can have a look at your portfolio as well. So I already have a list of portfolios, and I will revisit portfolios. So I will like work my way through the list. So maybe when someone is reposting, I will have a look if there is like something new to watch. Then I will review or like revisit portfolios as well. Um, so yeah, like I said, more information about this piece and about the character itself. Is it like your own inspiration? Is it your own design? Is it from a 2D art, from another 3D art? Is it from a game? So I need context here. I like this robot here as well. It's actually pretty strong. It has some vibes of early 90s TV shows, like animated TV shows. It has some like bigger chunks where your like details are resting. Like you have this mix, and it's pretty cool actually. You have this mix between detailed sections and like where the eye can rest. And this is very important for design as well. Not just having details over, but having uh, yeah, like having sections where the eye can rest on on your like on your piece. I hope it's like clear what I mean. Like in design, it's obvious. I cannot demonstrate it, but like I'm not a concept artist. Um, but actually, you want sections where you have like where you have details like here, okay, and you want to have sections where the eye, this is my eye, like this is my eye, where it can rest actually when I'm watching like this over your piece, okay? So I'm watching like the head, and then I'm going down on the details, and maybe like this. So this is an arrow, okay? So this is how I watch on pieces, and that's why this is actually very strong to have like areas where the eye can rest a little bit and not overblowing your piece with details. Let me see. Um, this image is actually not telling a lot about a process or whatever. I'm not sure what is this actually for. And I told it already in other reviews that I want new information. And when you are ending your presentation on this information, I'm a little bit confused because I'm not sure what you want to show here. That's why please watch the other videos as well and provide information like new information. This information is more confusing actually. That's why I cannot tell a lot here what you are showing here. I mean, I see like flat colors, but with some shading like ambient occlusion and shadows. That's why I'm not sure what you are showing here. But this one is pretty good, like a black and white matcap rendering is very cool. Matcap renderings, I use it because I want to show like I show I'm showing like form a little bit better with matcap renderings. That's why I show like matcaps and not black and white versions. This is like a mixture between matcap and like colored, so it has some kind of artistic direction. It's not the same like like here. This image is actually providing more information and not artistic direction. So there is a difference between these. Okay, so I hope you get the difference between showing information, pure information, and art direction. Okay, this is very, very important. So this one, that's why I told I like this one a little bit better, the colored version. So I would provide the colored version here at first, and then I would provide just the matcap version without the like coloring here, like the um, blue flower and the purple eyes. And then your strongest piece. I think this one is your strongest piece. I'm not sure if this is your youngest piece. And why is it the strongest one? Because it's actually a full character. You provide like very, very nice details, very nice rendering. Actually, it's visible, like everything is nicely visible. You are not hiding anything. And yeah, actually, um, would be nice to have some information about the purpose of this piece, but like with a plate like this, like with a base, it looks like a printing piece. So for a printing piece, it lacks a little bit like a nice pose. So when you want to take this piece and go the um, next step, please provide a pose for this character because it's actually like pretty strong, like from modeling and sculpting. It's very strong, but like for a printing piece, it's a little bit boring. So you need a pose for this. But overall, it's a very nice and clear vision, like a full character. This is very important here. So yeah, I hope this review helps you a little bit, like in with a direction. Like I said, I'm not sure where you want to go, so please provide information when you want to redo this, like after my feedback, redo your portfolio. Please provide more information, a little bit like where you want to go actually. Okay, let me see. Scarlet Sentinel. I'm not sure. Oh, you mean this one? Yeah, actually, like I said, it's a very harmonic um like piece where you have some interesting like details to watch on, and of course like resting nice big chunks where you can like where you can actually watch over and over on, and see more and more details. Okay, when you are creating 3D for fun, you can surely like share your portfolio as well, or like portfolio. When you are doing this just for fun, then you can provide like your fun pieces like in on ArtStation as well. Design is better than Concord. Um, it's an ID map for texturing. Actually, yeah, ID map for texturing. It's a little bit like I think not that it's for an ID map for texturing because first for an ID map there are too many colors because like this red and this pink here is the same coloring here, like same texturing, but different colors. That's why it would actually not work. I think this is more like a polygroup rendering in ZBrush. I use polygroup rendering in ZBrush as well, but as a like picking mask. Like I pick the colors and can change colors and this stuff on my rendering. But for this, it has too much shading. Like it has already uh, shadows and ambient occlusion. So the purpose of this piece is actually not visible. That's why it cannot actually not be a ID mask or ID map. There are uh, too many colors here. Usually you use like 5 or 6 colors, but here are a lot colors. But the final piece is actually red and black. There is not a lot of like um, differences between the reds and the different materials. That's why, yeah, like I said, it's not working actually as an information. And guessing, of course, I can guess like, oh, it could be a ID map, sure, why not? But this is just guessing, and I want when I'm applying for a studio, I want to prevent like um, I, as a freelancer or like when I'm applying, I want to prevent my portfolio from misleading in information. Yeah, exactly. That's why like a portfolio is a representation of my skill. And when I present like misguiding the viewer into some kind of questions. I already told like I want to prevent the viewer from questions, from getting questions, too many questions, and provide more information. Sorry. Okay, next one from Hector. First thing, I opened this project or this portfolio, and I was watching like I was provided with this. I would actually, when you do not have many projects, single projects, I would not provide my portfolio like this. I want like the first click should actually go to my main page. Okay, this is what I want the studio to see. Of course, I can organize into different categories like low poly, sculpting, whatever, or all. But this is what I want the studio to see first. When I, as a studio, have to click too many clicks here and there, then it could be like someone is not watching closely enough. Like the art director is like, oh, I'm in stress and I have to like watch portfolios again. Okay, I have 10 minutes. Good. I click here and then I see just one piece and I tell like, okay, I have no idea, and next. Okay, so I want, like, I as as an artist, I want to prevent my portfolio from like questions. That's why I would prefer not to have like just one, like how it's called, like one thumbnail which guides me to the final portfolio. Okay, I want from the first click, I want to land exactly here. Anyway, I think Hector has a lot of very cool pieces here, but let's see the about section first. So you are providing a summary. I will not read it completely, but I see that you have a summary like 5 years of experience. Okay. Then your projects. This is very cool. I think actually you I had like previously I watched your portfolio already, and I think this is new. So I am proud that you have a lot of information here, like well done information, because you're providing like a CV where you started, when did you start? 2013. Brilliant. As a 3D artist at a studio, which is very, very cool. You are right now in Hong Kong, so you changed like from Australia to Hong Kong, which is information about you as a person. I enjoy to watch these information as a studio because I have a more and more clearer or more clear vision of you as a person and as an artist. And I think Hector is in the chat. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, the first click, when I click the first, like on the link, I want to land actually on your, not here. Like I have to click again, but I want to land here, where I have this like overview. But again, with your about section, then you are, like I said, of course it can be that you are free for full-time employment or for freelancing. I prefer to not have both in my portfolio. I focus either on freelancing or full-time employment. Um, I'm not sure how studios watch on this. Usually, when you, as a studio, when you are watching for a full-time employment, then freelancing is a little bit distracting as well. That you are like not focused enough. Okay, this shows like some kind of mismatch there. Um, but you should. You're welcome. But you should, of course, like know on your own which is better for you. Then your skills, texturing, texture painting, rigging, animation. I think you have some animation. We will have a look at these. Then yeah, your skill set is pretty strong. Houdini, I'm not sure if you are providing Houdini pieces in your portfolio. Let's see. And here again, okay, when I read this and then I click on portfolio, okay, then I have click again. Okay, so I want to provide, or I want to prevent the viewer from as many clicks as yeah, as possible. Um, yes, if you posted your portfolio, I will have a look at it, but not today, but in some weeks. Okay, so please revisit my page, my channel, and maybe you will see it later in later videos. So Hector is providing some kind of photo. I mean, you should know on your own if you want. Like, I prefer to see to see the face. I know that many artists are shy or whatever, but don't worry. Like to see a face of a person is not something um, like I'm not watching this photo or whatever, and I do not tell like, oh, he's ugly or whatever. I just want to see when you are providing a photo, please provide a photo of your face. Please provide your like you are appearing more open for a team, for a studio, because a studio is always a teamwork. And when you are hiding behind something, then the studio could could have this idea like that you are very shy, that you are like introverted, that you are not able to work in a team, that you are not able to communicate openly, whatever. I am shy on my own, okay, but I'm sitting here in front of a camera and talking to myself. Okay, so you have to jump over your like uh, I'm not sure if it's in English the same like in German, but in German we say like jump over your shadow. That means uh, yeah, like becoming becoming an adult and becoming like um, open to the society and this stuff. So jumping over the shadow, I'm not sure if it's like in English the same, but anyway, if not, then you know now what it means. Then please provide here your like name on this link, because actually I use this link for applying for studios or for clients. That's why this URL is not, please change it to your name. Um, yeah, it's like, please change it to your name and not the nickname, because this provides like some kind of professionality. Okay. Anyway, to your portfolio, I see a lot of like very, very strong pieces, and I had a look at your portfolio as well previously, and I watched it completely, and you provide a lot. I will focus on some like specific pieces, but let's see. Um, what I noticed already that you are showing one piece which is not fitting your like overall quality, and it's this one. Okay, this. So maybe it's an older piece, and like I said, I prefer when I have strong pieces like this or this or this. They are actually pretty much all very strong. Then this one distracts me a little bit. It pulls me away like from these really, really strong pieces. Um, so if these are like studies and yeah, if this is a study piece, please remove it, because actually in a some kind of yeah, professional or semi-professional portfolio, I do not show, or I prefer not to see studies anymore. Studies are actually for students. When you are like more a, of course, you are not providing if you are on what kind of level you are, but a artist with your experience, like you are already working for studios, you have already pretty much studio experience, then I would prefer to not have study pieces in your portfolio. Um, you mean you mean this picture here? Um, this is actually made for a photo. I would I would prefer to have here a photo. I'm not sure what you mean. Like Scott did here, like one piece here. Um, like I said, for a mm, like I said, for a hobbyist, it's totally fine to have not a photo here, but for a professional artist, it doesn't matter if you are a freelancer or a full-time employed artist. I prefer to have a photo here. Yeah, it's stylus texture. Let's see at the stylus texture and what you could. Yeah, it's actually. I'm sorry to say that, but it's a little bit boring. When you want to show stylus textures, then you can, of course, show like a full piece, like I don't know, a house or a landscape, which contains a lot of like um, stylized pieces or stylized textures. That's why this piece, I'm actually not sure what this is. Is these like like a roof of a house, like these shingles, or I'm not sure how they are called in English, but or is this like a dragon skin? I'm not sure. And yeah, like stylus roof, okay, stylus roof tiles, but I would like to see how you use these. Okay, so when you want to provide stylized pieces, provide a full created like house or castle or whatever with these um, yeah, tiles on. Okay, so because yeah, like I said, it's a little bit boring and it's a little bit dragging or drawing from your like strong pieces, which are going more into a realistic or some like cyberpunk realistic triple A actually look. That's why, yeah, I would prefer to remove it or provide a like a full worked out piece. Yeah, it's not confusing, especially. It's more like um, these are very worked out pieces, like final finished pieces. But this is just a study. So in your professional portfolio, you do not want to have studies anymore. Okay. Like I said, please do not take my portfolio as an example because I have studies here, but I'm not watching for a full-time employment right now. I'm just showing you what I'm working on, and you can be, of course, in the same situation like I am. I have actually no idea what you are planning to do. If you are planning to apply to a studio job or whatever, as a studio, I would tell like, okay, these are very like worked out, very like triple A look pieces, but this one is drawing me a little bit from the experience. Okay, so I would, as a tip, I would provide either a full castle, full build, like completely built stylized castle, or remove it. Okay, okay, let's see. Like I think, like I said, this one is like the weakest one, not because the quality is not there, but it's actually not a finished piece. Because you are actually providing finished pieces here, which is very cool. I think this is like visually, this is your strongest piece. This is very strong. And I think like just visually, this one is very strong. This one and then these one are somewhere in between. And let's have a look. The in-betweens first. Let's have a look here. They are actually very strong already. I mean, just as a comparison, okay? These are like visually more drawing the eye a little bit more than the other ones. Okay, and this is because, let me jump. This is because you are showing here like very detailed pieces here. Like I have no idea what this is, and this draws my my eye. This interest is draws my eye because it's very interesting. Because this could be a armor piece, this could be a bike, this could be a car, this could be a whatever spaceship. Uh, this is why it's drawing my attention. But this one is a little bit just slightly more boring because you are showing the full piece. It could be actually a good way, like in a good way, showing the full piece. But here it's lagging a little bit of contrast, like with this fog, this fogginess. It's lagging a little bit of contrast. Here you provide like a really clear, clean vision. Okay, and here it's a little bit foggy, it's a little bit lagging contrast. And the pose of this robot is a little bit like he is tilting a little bit. He is not strong, like staying there, like ready for battle, but he is like the Titanic, like he is um yeah, he is like how it's called. Let me translate quickly. Yeah, he is tilting actually to one side, and maybe another view like from from below, like heroic pose would be nice for this piece. But anyway, let's see the presentation because I saw it already, and the presentation is totally cool. I think the fogginess is a little bit dragging out, and the logo is standing a little bit too long, I think. But anyway, it's totally fine because it's coming like um, at last. But the presentation of the robot is cool. I think, like I said, I think I would start here not with this tilted view, but with a like hero shot or from below, like you are the pilot who is standing in front, and this huge robot you want to climb up. Like tell a story about these pieces, okay? Because like um, as a props artist, as a environment artist, you are actually telling story through the props or like here like the robots. Okay, um, you do not have to animate it like there is a person who is like going there and climbing up and this stuff, but just from moving the camera from below, like a shot from below, you could actually provide a pretty cool shot and pretend like, oh, I'm a pilot and I'm going up there. Some kind like this. I'm not of course, I'm not like um, a director, so a movie director, but yeah, we as 3D artists, we as like storytellers, we have to be like directors, actors, animators, and all this stuff at once, and we have to tell a story. Yeah, you are an hobbyist, and you're welcome. So maybe you can make it a job someday. Maybe you can make it a job someday. So I would love to revisit your portfolio, Scott. Okay, let's continue. Like I said, it's a little bit tilting. It's making this huge robot a little bit like weaker. And I think like a focal length, you're using a very high focal length, I think. Like let's um, or if the field of view. Um, Let me translate or let me watch something. Like it looks like it's like shot from very far away, and it looks like a toy. Okay, so when you provide like a view from a human perspective, like from the pilot, it could be actually benefit this piece. Um, yeah, because like it's looking very it looks very tiny. This view is awesome. So yeah, here again, please provide information about your like inspiration. This is like the next step, what you are doing, because you are when you are in the studio, you are actually communicating with other artists. What is this thing for? What is your what is your inspiration? Maybe you saw this piece like in another game. The other artists or the art director has to know it, where you are drawing your inspiration from. That's why please provide more information about your inspiration and your like um, references. but overall it's pretty cool. Then maybe this one here. It's a some kind of soda machine, I think. Yeah, like this one. Um, I think you have some strong, like very narrow views, like very nice detailed views. But I would come with this shot a little bit earlier. So like one detail shot, and then I would provide the full thing, and then another detail shot. But not too many detail shots, because like you see here, I have to scroll a lot up and down. That's why to get the full image, like the full idea of this piece. That's why um, I would prefer to have like I said, I would prefer to have this image a little bit more like at second or at first, to have a full image and then to watch the details. Not first details and then some, like you provide one, two, three, four, five detail shots before I have the full image. Okay, so um, this is like my liking or my preferred like order of images. And then it's like melting a little bit together with the black environment. Please do not use black environment here because it's melting. Like I know what this is, but actually it's not in the favor of this like piece. Please provide either a like a more light background, or maybe a full environment. Yeah, exactly. Because actually you are providing information as an artist, and the information should be as clear as possible. Um, I, I don't mean that you have to provide like the full size shot first. You do not have to, because actually you are providing so many details that it's actually drawing the or like like drawing the eye to the piece. That's why I would on your like you can do it like this, like starting with a detail piece like this one. This one I love them. I love these. This one is very strong. Um, so I want to click there. I want to see it. And I start with detail, and then I have the full image. And then I have this like aha effect. This, oh wow, this is a like cyberpunk um, soda machine. And then I get more details. But what I noticed on another portfolio as well, which I was just like previewing, not for this um, section, is that you are with this piece, you are actually doing a piece which is standing somewhere in the corner. So what I want to say is, for your portfolio, please provide more like hero pieces, some kind of like these robots here. Okay, these are more hero pieces. I don't mean that this should be like the hero of the game, but when you're providing too many pieces, like I don't know, like what do I have here? Like a cup, like a cup, or like I don't know what these uh, gloves or whatever, then you are like providing too many pieces which are standing or lying in the corner in the game. But what you are actually want, what you actually want is providing some kind of heroic pieces which are standing when you are creating a room, which are standing like prominently in the middle of the room, which are like drawing the eye of the player. I have no like. Let me see if I can find an example. Um, let's see. Um, yeah, this one. Interior. I'm not sure if this is like a choice, but let me show you. Like this is a shot from a castle here in Germany, like the interior, um, like this one. Okay, so this candle holder here is a hero piece because it's like dominating the room. I've been there and I saw this in life, and it's like dominating the room extremely. Like you are when you are entering the room, this hall, then it's like dragging the eye, and you are like watching like this, and yeah, actually, this is like the hero piece of this room. So you want, I don't mean that you have to create like these candle holders over and over, but what I want to say is that you want to actually to create pieces which are like the center point of a game or of an animation of, I mean, like you do not want to create too many pieces which are sitting in the corner. This is what I wanted to say. Yeah, like a centerpiece, like something which is like meaningful for a game, for example. Greg is asking what I think about like portrait sculpts versus full character sculpts for portfolios, and I have a lot of portraits here. I think portraits are very, very important. Even if I have a full body character like this one, I provide a lot of like portrait views because actually the face is very, very important for a character. Um, like I said, like for 80% is face. That's why, yeah, that's and yeah, like I said, I prefer. Of course, it depends on the characters you are creating. When you create just like Final Fantasy characters like these little ones, I mean from the old Final Fantasy games, of course the full body character is very, very important because like the silhouette and the colors are very, very important. So the face is less important. But nowadays, even characters for like how it's called like mobile games are very, very yeah, like the face is very important because they are shown in like let's see, like on advertisements and stuff. Uh, how is it called? This mobile game, League of Legends. Oh no. Clash of Clans. Clash of Clans. Like here. Uh, Clash of Clans is a little game right there. Okay, and I think there aren't any characters in there, but they still have these like face like the face view of characters like this one, like promo material, which is actually not the actual game. Um, and you have to watch where you want to go like when you want to go into like stylized mini game like mobile games, then you maybe do not have to provide sculpts like this, okay, but I prefer to go more into like um some kind of Overwatch style or Overwatch character like size. Okay, so when you're creating little pieces, then the face is maybe not important. When you want to go more full size character like for Overwatch like this one, then you provide like the full body. It depends, of course, where you want to go, but yeah, when you can create like a face like this, then you can create a body like this. So it's going more hand in hand, and I think like the facial expression, I focus a lot on facial expression because I think this is like the characteristic of the character. Um, and I like this. I like it a little bit more, and I focus, or not focus, but I want create more characters like this, okay, like with expression, and that's why I create um, a lot of portraits. But yeah, you are actually as an artist, you are going like your own direction, and you can of course decide on your own where you want to go more. Um, of course, this hasn't to be like you do not stop there. You can provide, of course, full body characters like I did here on this tribal princess. Um, yeah, facial expression is very actually it's very cool. It's very creative actually, because when you are creating just pieces like this, I mean it's some kind of creative, but it's still more realistic and um, more stiff. Okay, which I like is more expression, like more clear expression, like friendliness or danger or whatever, like coolness. I like these expressions a little bit more, a little bit better. So what you are actually focusing on is your decision as an artist. So I cannot tell like when you provide like sculpts like this, then you get definitely a job. It's actually not true. Getting a job is really hard because every studio is watching completely different things. That's why I told already that I like my opinion is just one opinion of many. You have to try and error, like do the try and error way, like try out pieces like this, more realistic pieces like this. If you get a job, fine. If you do not get a job, then create pieces like this. If you maybe get the feedback that you should create more full body characters, then do characters like this. My portfolio is still in like build up mode. Um, I want to do more full body characters, like game ready characters in the future. Like stylized full body characters like this in the future, and maybe more animation as well. That's why I'm still building up my portfolio. So further on, Hector, uh, let's see. So for this piece, oh yeah, I wanted to say like, yeah, this is fine to do. I would I would prefer when this is a game ready piece, then I would like to see more optimization because I see here, let's go more, like I see here a subdivision surface piece. Okay, so please provide a um, there. Okay, these these edges here are indicating that this is a like, okay, this is a mess, but you get what I mean. Okay, this pole and this curviness is actually telling me that this is a subdivision surface piece. And please provide more when this is game ready. Please provide more information about the game mesh, more optimized. Um, your portfolio, you can uh, so please visit down below the link to my Discord, and on my Discord you can send me your portfolio for these reviews. So here I am actually missing a lot of information about like why is this game ready, because it's actually like not shown here. So provide more information about game ready. What is like game ready for you? Like this is actually not game ready, I can tell you, because it's a subdivision surface piece, modeling piece. Hi, uh, yeah, definitely is. Makes sense. Um, yeah, and of course, like context. Um, what is this for? I mean, this is actually a very good information here, like this character here, because it's like the height information, how big is this thing? So it's totally cool, totally fine to have this piece, but yeah, like everyone recognizes a drinking machine, a soda can machine, of course, but you could create something different, like a machine or whatever, like a hinge in a studio. And the studio wants actually to see if you can like communicate information. This is what I'm this is what I'm actually after. Not because I'm not recognizing this as a soda machine. Okay, this is not the point here. The point is that you could actually create something completely abstract, but it should be recognizable as a like a hinge or a soda machine or whatever. And this is why like context is always very important. Okay, let's see this piece. Actually, your full portfolio is very high end. I think, especially, like I said, especially these pieces here. Oh, by the way, I think you had some, let me, yeah, like this. I think you had some audio here. I love the audio. Let me activate it. very cool presentation, very cool audio, like audio effects, very, very nice. Um, I love it. Actually, the rendering is very cool. One thing I already noticed it earlier. One thing, because I already had a look at it. One thing here at the like animation, he is going like, I hope I can recreate it. He's going like uh, with his hands a little bit, some kind of stiff. I get it. I get the idea that he is, of course, it is a robot. He's getting like, but he is still a little bit stiff here in the elbow or in the arm. I think I think when he would like prepare his liftoff, like some kind like this, it would be actually more dynamic. I think maybe you could watch something like Dragon Ball, how they are preparing for liftoff when they are jumping or whatever. Maybe you could draw from there a little bit, like ideas. But overall, very, very cool presentation. You do not see a lot of these, so this could be your niche, some kind of, that you are providing the full pipeline, like from the first idea, like robot idea, to the final animation and sound design and stuff. So the sound design here is very, very high notch. So very cool. The like effects, these beams are very cool. Here is like this fogginess is very nice because it's a little bit different than here. You are like updating the fogginess. Here it's actually some kind of losing contrast, but yeah, it's just an idea. So when you want to use Dragon Ball as a reference, yeah. But here, this fogginess is a little bit better because it's actually showing depth. Okay, you're showing that this is a huge machine. You're showing depth, and it shows some kind of realism. So I love this shot a lot. It's even a little bit better than this one because here the armor is very saturated, like some kind of sports car. But this red here is a little bit desaturated, more like a tank, more like a war machine. So you could actually watch what kind of direction you want to go. So this less saturated effect here, or material, is, yeah, providing more like this is a war machine, this is a war tank. This one is a little bit out of focus and a little bit too dark. I would prefer, I think, not too much of here and there, but focus more on here, on this. Maybe you could like cut this image like more horizontal. I know that you are providing like a movie view, but you are not providing too much information here left and right. That's why it could actually, as a more like a billboard presentation, like provided more vertical. Yeah, actually, I see it. I think this one is the strongest in the. But of course, I love this presentation here. This shows a lot of depth and a lot of like professionality. This is very, very cool. Interior could be a little bit more light because like these handles, I see them barely. It could be like more light in here and maybe more details. Yeah, I think you're missing a full body presentation, like full body view of this um, robot. But overall, very, very cool presentation. Let's see this one, or first this one. I like here. I like actually the material or material and this dystopian look like on Ready Player One or like these kind of movies or games. Um, please provide more information because it's just like one image. If this is a an environment, I would love to see how you build this environment. From what pieces? What did you use? Are these like like from the uh, Epic Store? It's not a shame actually to use pre-built pieces from the Epic Store or from stores in general, but please provide this information and how you build this. And there are actually pretty cool videos about this process. Let me see if I find some. Let's watch like uh environment art. Let's see if I find what I mean. Um, Unreal Engine. There are time-lapse videos which are like how they build this like from pre-made um, assets. Mm, no, it's not. I do not find it like quickly, but I mean not a like I do not mean a tutorial. I mean how do you build as an artist? Please do not like spend time with creating tutorials. It's not worth it actually. I do it because, like I said, I learn I learn English. I learn performing in front of the camera, but it's not worth it to create YouTube tutorials or so. But for your presentation, please provide more information how you built this because it's actually a pretty strong, cool piece here. Um, okay, let's have a look here because you're, like I said, you're providing very, very cool detail shots, and that's why it's like drawing my eye. And I'm waiting like I want to watch the cool stuff at last. And now we are entering this piece. And I think it's like a piece from a project you have been working on. That's why I'm even more interested. Please, pro I think like let's see. Um, no, anyway, I I watch at this piece, and here again, like starting with details, and then providing the full body armor, like here. Very cool. I would, I think I would create it just one tip at this head here. I would create it more flat, not too much like shading on it, and like this ground shadow. It's not it's not important to have it here. Maybe it's like dragging a little bit away. I'm not sure. It's just a tip from me. Like the unnecessary pieces, a little bit more flat. Not too much. Like you have here red on the nose, like some kind of subsurface scattering. It's not important here or not necessary to provide this kind of detail on a not finished like presentation like mannequin. Okay, so more flat. It could be actually more flat, to my opinion. But overall, I like the presentation because the light is very like realistic. And again, please provide it. Oops. Let's see. Please provide it in a more like the not too much like left and right, more in a vertical version, and so we see actually more detail. So here as a tip, here again, very nice details. Your some kind of modeling piece like your baking. Please provide information about the low poly like recreation, like rebuilding, and the weapon. Here again, provide more information about wireframe, low poly, maybe texturing. And what I would do here with this piece is you have the armor. Please combine them into a some kind of first person view. Okay, so you see the weapon and you see some kind of the shoulder pad. Like you can use like build basic arms. No, nothing special. You can actually use pre-made characters for this if you want, but provide a view from the first person view and provide some like animation like reloading or running or watching whatever. So this is my tip for you here because you are actually pretty far into the process. Please provide more, um, like with this robot here, with this presentation. You did the extra mile, like more information, more like animation pieces. You can do the same here and provide some kind of game-related, uh, yeah, game-related context. Okay, because like you have game-related context here inside this project here. Here you are actually going a little bit out of the game-related like context. I will show you why. But here you have like game-related context. Here you have game-related context. Here some kind of, and here. Okay. So please do not like lose the like the direction of this game-related like context. Okay. So because here you are telling a little bit of story. Game game related, I always tell like game related is always some kind of storytelling. Okay. Here you're telling not exactly a story, but you have some kind of blood. Here on the shoulder pad, it's of course like a game piece. It's not a movie, exactly movie piece. It's looking more like a game piece. This one as well, like the weapon, looks like from a first-person shooter. That's why do not lose this track. Go more into storytelling, like here, or even here on this like animation. Okay, this one. And of course, these both are actually pretty good for combination. Like you can actually show this weapon, this shoulder pad inside of this environment. Like he's standing in this environment, and like yeah, you are telling actually a story through showing these together. Okay, you did it for a studio, and they have the like the models and this stuff. Yeah, sure. Of course, do it just when you are allowed to do it. So here again, very cool details. I love it. So it's very like I think to my opinion, it's very high level, like triple A level, like from the material. Very nice. I think like I know this capsule like from this is actually from Dragon Ball, this mecha. And I know like this you are climbing up there, and I think he is like leaning towards you, towards the player or the character who is like climbing inside. But please provide a more upright standing position, more like heroic pose, because this is a hero piece. This is exactly what I meant with a hero piece. When you are entering like a hall where like I don't know, there is a soda machine, there is a whatever, and this robot is standing right in front, and it's a focal point. You want to go there and climb up this thing and like fly with it or battle with it. Yeah, your skill in hard surface is very nice as well. So here, like he is missing a little bit like a hero pose. This is what I wanted to say, because he is like bending over a little bit. But very nice presentation. Like here as well, more vertical, because actually characters are more vertical because they are standing upright. Okay, so you do not need to show too much from left and right. You are showing actually more information and more focus, like you are focusing on here, there. This should be like your focal point, and you are showing actually more when you are providing more like vertical view. This is very cool, like inside, like the cockpit, but I'm not sure the depth blur is not working here. You see it? I hope you see it, and I hope you can rework it, because I love actually the view itself. I think the depth of field or the blurriness is a little bit too much, or not a little bit too much. It's actually a lot too much. So please redo it because it's like, yeah, the blurriness is too much here, and it's creating like some kind of very strange hard transition between the handles here, the handles and the background there. So I would reduce the blurriness here because the quality of this display here, for example, is very high. And if these are game ready pieces, okay, please show them in a game engine. This is very important. And of course, more information about like modeling, wireframe, high poly, low poly, and like the standard stuff. And this one, like very nice details here. This is not working. Let me reload. Here again, some presentation. Let me see if there is audio. It's no audio. Maybe you could add some audio here because it's um, like popping up this logo here. But overall, very cool animation. Like this logo animation. Maybe it's too much here as well, too much blurriness, because when you get too much blurriness, you are actually losing a little bit information about the whole thing. First, I thought when I saw it first, I thought it's a vacuum cleaner because from this perspective, it's not clear enough. What is this? Um, and I needed some like I needed to see some details to see what this is. Actually, it's a car. Like this. I mean, for the other pieces, show wireframes. Baked. Is it baked on high poly? I'm not sure. So if you are doing more like game ready pieces, please provide information about low poly. Okay, here mid poly. Yeah, presentation is totally fine. I think I think here again the contrast is a little bit too high. I think like the black background is melting together with here like with these pieces. Like here, I the quality is a little bit decreased. Like you're losing the quality a little bit. Like the rendering here is a little bit more clear. Rendering here is a little bit more like melting together. I hope you see it, especially like the contrast is a little bit too much and the blurriness is a little bit too much. Here again, very nice, like clear vision here as well. Mm, yeah, like this quality here of this image is a little bit different than this of the like animation. I hope you see the difference and you want actually to be consistent in your quality. That's why please create like re-render this like little animation maybe in more like this in quality, because it's not melting too much, because this background is more like grayish bluish. And here again, okay, the background is a little bit too dark. The by the way, chromatic aberration is a little bit too much here, a little less here. That's why I think the quality of this image is a little bit better than this image. And here, I think I think this is your inspiration when I get it right. So I think this is like the 2D artwork. Please provide information about, is this like the 2D artwork, because they are very similar. Okay, you actually did it right, like uh, you did it like, I don't know how to explain it, but you reached the quality of this piece here and actually did more than this. You are providing actually more quality to this piece. But please provide information about like, is this a your inspiration? Is this maybe your own creation, like 2D creation? And yeah, your material set, trim set, it's very cool to see it. And a little vacuum cleaner. Like I said, I thought the upper one is the vacuum cleaner. Um, Here again, a little bit context what this is. Like write it down, like this is like, I don't know, a drone which is like provided by this, like it's opening, this drone is flying around, whatever. Please provide information what this is. I think it's a vacuum cleaner. It could be like a little piece. Ah, okay. This is your own design, which is very cool. Please provide information. This is my own design, um, like draw over designs, whatever, because it's actually holding up some kind of concept art standard or concept arts. Yeah, actually, this is a very nice concept art. Yeah, vacuum cleaner, cleaner, right? So overall, I think, um, uh, like I said, very strong pieces here, especially these three here. So when you can hold this quality, like I said, maybe remove this one, update here and there, okay, and hold this quality here of these three pieces, like these three pieces. Then I think you can be very yeah, you can have a very nice, very good portfolio. And I think like AAA games or AAA productions are um, yeah, like possible that you get a job in the AAA industry. Totally possible. I'm of course not sure. Let me see. Maybe you are actually already working in the AAA industry. I'm not familiar uh, with the studios. Let me watch. Yeah, I think these are already very big companies, right? You're welcome. I really enjoy watching your portfolios, guys, and really enjoy to give some like this is of course, like I said, this is of course from my perspective. Doesn't mean that I'm always right. Um, Startup studio. Ah, okay. So you are a part of the like um or did you found your own startup studio, which is very cool. Then you are actually um then you can go go ahead and tell like you are more a art director actually. When you have your own studio, then you could some kind of name yourself. This is the advantage of being self-employed, that you can actually give yourself a title, some kind of, um, yeah, like I said, clean up your portfolio, provide more information. Sorry, provide more information and very small one. Yeah, but we are actually starting very small. It's always like this. Um, so no shame about it. You can call yourself actually art director. Why not? If it's your own studio, and like I said, maybe like studies. Um, no studies anymore. Like, I mean, do not show them. Of course, you're studying, but do not show too much studies and finish these pieces here or these ones into one like project. Maybe when you do not have rights for this one, then create your own. But with the tips I gave you, like a first-person shooter, which is like it reminds me of like Doom or uh, how it's called, um, Bulgaria games. I'm not sure how it's called the game. Anyway, it reminds me actually of these shooter games. So yeah, okay. I think this is it for today. I'm happy to be back with you guys. I enjoyed my trip, of course, but it was, I mean, I didn't sleep a lot because my flight was delayed. I came late at night at home, but yeah, like I said, I hope you enjoyed this review, and maybe in 2 or 3 weeks I will do the next one on Thursday. I hope I have the like energy to create something new, like sculpting or like a character. I'm watching. You're welcome. I'm watching what I do next. Maybe I do some like low poly recreations of my characters here because I actually have a bunch of them already. Maybe I create some like low poly versions of these, like hand painted um, texturing and this stuff. But this is in the future. I'm planning to have or to do some like low poly recreation videos or streams on my channel soon, but I'm not sure when because many things are going like I'm getting many like not reviews but requests, and yeah. Okay, so yeah, thank you very much for watching. You're welcome, guys. Uh, I'm looking forward to watch your next portfolios. And until then, thank you very much, and bye bye.